Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and vital systems in your body, your immune system. This incredible network of cells, tissues, and organs works tirelessly to keep you safe from bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites that could make you sick. Every single second, your immune system is patrolling, identifying, attacking, and remembering. It's the ultimate defense force complex, intelligent, and always alert. But how does it actually work? What happens inside your body when you get exposed to an infection? And how does your immune system know what's a threat and what's not? Let's explore this step by step in a simple and understandable way. Your immune system is made up of two main parts: the innate immune system and the adaptive immune system. The innate immune system is your first line of defense. It's always ready and reacts quickly to anything suspicious. This includes your skin, which acts like a wall, preventing most pathogens from entering. Your mucous membranes in the nose, mouth, and throat trap invaders, while stomach acid destroys many germs that try to sneak in through food. This is the body's general protection, fast but not specific. When something breaches these barriers, the innate immune cells step in. These include macrophages, neutrophils, and natural killer cells, your body's soldiers that don't ask questions. They just attack anything that looks foreign. When a pathogen, like a virus or bacteria, enters your body, the first responders are these innate cells. Macrophages are like scavengers. They engulf the invaders and digest them. Neutrophils rush to the site of infection within minutes, releasing chemicals that destroy pathogens but also cause inflammation, the redness, swelling, and warmth you feel when you're sick or injured. Inflammation may seem uncomfortable, but it's actually a sign your immune system is working. It helps call more immune cells to the area and limits the spread of infection. Then comes the adaptive immune system, slower to act, but incredibly precise. This is where your body learns and remembers. The adaptive system uses special white blood cells called lymphocytes, mainly B cells and T cells. B cells produce antibodies, proteins that specifically recognize and attach to antigens, the unique molecules on the surface of pathogens. Once an antibody locks onto its matching antigen, it marks the pathogen for destruction or neutralizes it directly. T cells, on the other hand, play several roles. Some are helper T cells, which coordinate the immune response by signaling other immune cells. Others are killer T cells, which seek out and destroy infected cells, stopping the infection from spreading further. It's amazing how specific this system is. Once your immune system has encountered a pathogen, it develops memory cells. These memory B and T cells stay in your body for years, sometimes for life. So the next time you face the same invader, your body recognizes it immediately and attacks before you even feel symptoms. This is why vaccines work. They expose your immune system to a harmless version or a piece of the pathogen so it can learn and remember without you having to get sick. Let's picture this with a common example. Imagine you catch a cold. The virus enters your nose and throat. Immediately, your mucus traps many of the viral particles, and cilia, tiny hair-like structures, sweep them away. But some viruses make it through. Your innate immune cells detect them by recognizing patterns that all viruses share, known as PAMPs, pathogen-associated molecular patterns. Macrophages and dendritic cells start gobbling up the viruses, and in the process, they release signaling molecules called cytokines. These cytokines act like messengers, alerting other immune cells and raising the alarm throughout your body. That's why you start to feel tired or develop a fever. Your immune system is shifting into high gear. The fever itself is actually a defense mechanism. When your body temperature rises, it creates a less favorable environment for many pathogens. Meanwhile, your dendritic cells carry pieces of the virus antigens to the lymph nodes, where B and T cells are waiting. When a B cell finds its matching antigen, it activates, divides rapidly, and starts producing tons of antibodies. These antibodies circulate through your bloodstream, attaching to the viruses, neutralizing them, and marking them for destruction by other immune cells. Helper T cells release more cytokines to keep the immune system coordinated, while killer T cells attack any body cells that the virus has managed to infect. Eventually, the immune system wins the battle. Most of the invaders are destroyed, and the inflammation subsides. Some of the activated B and T cells die off, their job is done, but a few remain behind as memory cells. These cells are the reason you don't catch the same cold twice for a while. Your immune system now has a record of that invader stored in its biological memory, ready for faster defense. Your immune system isn't confined to one organ, it's spread throughout your body. The bone marrow produces immune cells, the thymus trains T cells, the spleen filters your blood and traps pathogens, and the lymph nodes are like checkpoints, packed with immune cells ready to respond. The lymphatic vessels carry lymph fluid, a clear liquid full of immune cells throughout your body, allowing constant communication and surveillance. There are even immune defenses in your gut. The intestinal lining houses trillions of beneficial bacteria known as the gut microbiota. These microbes play a crucial role in training your immune system, teaching it to distinguish between friend and foe. When your gut bacteria are balanced, they strengthen your immunity, but when they're disrupted by poor diet, stress, or antibiotics, your immune system can become confused, leading to allergies, inflammation, or autoimmune diseases. The immune system is constantly balancing two key things: attack and tolerance. It must attack harmful invaders but tolerate harmless substances like food or your own cells. When that balance is disturbed, problems arise. If your immune system becomes overactive, it might start attacking your body's own tissues, causing autoimmune diseases such as lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, or type 1 diabetes. On the other hand, if it's too weak, you become more vulnerable to infections and even cancer. An interesting part of immunity is how it develops over time. Newborn babies are born with immature immune systems. They rely heavily on antibodies passed from their mothers through the placenta before birth and through breast milk after. These maternal antibodies give temporary protection until the baby's own immune system matures. As we grow, our immune systems learn by exposure. Every cold, every scratch, every vaccination helps refine the immune response, building a strong defense network through experience. The immune system also has communication lines. It uses molecules like cytokines, chemokines, and interferons to signal between cells. These chemical messengers coordinate attacks, calm inflammation when it's no longer needed, and ensure that no single part of the system acts alone. It's like a vast military command network where every cell has a specific role and precise timing. When you think about it, your immune system never stops working even when you sleep. During rest, your body produces immune cells more efficiently, repairs tissues, and strengthens memory formation in both your brain and your immune system. That's why sleep deprivation weakens immunity and makes you more prone to catching infections. Nutrition also plays a huge role. Vitamins like C, D, and E, along with minerals like zinc and selenium, support immune cell function. Antioxidant-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds help reduce oxidative stress, which can otherwise damage immune cells. Protein is equally important because antibodies and immune enzymes are made of amino acids. Another fascinating part of immunity is inflammation control. While inflammation is necessary to fight infections, chronic inflammation is harmful. Long-term stress, poor diet, lack of sleep, or exposure to toxins can keep your immune system in a constant state of alert, which wears it down. Over time, this leads to diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even depression. Exercise, on the other hand, boosts immunity in a balanced way. Moderate physical activity increases circulation, helps immune cells move through the body more efficiently, and reduces stress hormones. However, overexercising can temporarily weaken immunity, showing just how delicate the balance is. Vaccines are one of the greatest examples of how we've learned to work with the immune system rather than against it. By introducing a harmless version or fragment of a pathogen, vaccines train your adaptive immunity without causing illness. So, when the real pathogen appears, your immune memory kicks in instantly. This principle has saved millions of lives and eradicated diseases like smallpox. In certain cases, your immune system can even be used as a treatment. Immunotherapy is a modern medical field that uses your own immune cells to fight diseases like cancer. Scientists can reprogram T cells to recognize and destroy cancer cells specifically, turning your immune system into a targeted weapon. But your immune system can also be tricked. Some viruses, like HIV, directly attack immune cells, weakening your body's defenses. Others, like the flu, mutate rapidly, changing their surface antigens so your immune system doesn't recognize them. That's why flu vaccines need to be updated every year. The virus keeps evolving to stay ahead of your immunity. Your emotions also affect your immunity. Chronic stress and anxiety trigger the release of cortisol, a hormone that suppresses immune function. That's why people under prolonged stress tend to get sick more often. On the flip side, positive emotions, laughter, and social connections strengthen immunity. Studies have shown that people who maintain healthy relationships and manage stress well tend to recover faster from illnesses. Another critical part of your immune system is your skin microbiome, the good bacteria that live on your skin surface. They act like sentinels, preventing harmful bacteria from taking over. When you overuse antibacterial products or harsh soaps, you can disrupt this natural defense, making your skin more vulnerable. The immune system also works in harmony with your endocrine and nervous systems. The brain and immune system constantly communicate. When your brain perceives stress, it sends signals that can modulate immune activity. Likewise, immune signals can affect your mood, explaining why you feel tired or irritable when you're sick. As we age, our immune system naturally weakens, a process known as immunosenescence. The thymus shrinks, producing fewer new T cells, and immune memory cells become less responsive. This makes older adults more susceptible to infections and slower to recover. However, lifestyle choices can slow this decline. Healthy eating, regular movement, adequate sleep, and reduced stress all help preserve immune strength. The immune system's adaptability is astonishing. Every second, it's scanning for potential dangers while keeping peace with harmless substances. When it recognizes a pathogen, it not only fights it but learns from it. When it faces inflammation, it also knows when to stop. It's a dance of balance, precision, and memory, one that's been refined over millions of years of evolution. Understanding how your immune system works isn't just biology, it's empowerment. You realize that every meal, every night's sleep, every breath of clean air, and every step of exercise is feeding and training this invisible army inside you. It's protecting you every moment, whether you realize it or not. And by supporting it through good habits, you're giving your body the best possible defense nature ever designed. The immune system's strength depends heavily on the harmony between all its components. Every organ and every cell has a distinct role to play, and even a small imbalance can change everything. Take the bone marrow, for instance. It is where all immune cells are born. From there, they mature and specialize into different roles. Some become neutrophils ready to act instantly, while others grow into lymphocytes that will remember specific invaders. The thymus, though small, is like a training academy for T cells. It tests them rigorously, making sure they can identify harmful invaders but won't attack the body's own tissues. Only a few cells pass this test, the rest are eliminated to prevent future autoimmunity. This internal selection process is one of the most remarkable features of your immune system. It's like nature's built-in quality control. It ensures that only the most accurate and disciplined immune cells become part of your body's defense army. When this process fails, autoimmune disorders can appear, where the immune system mistakenly attacks healthy organs. Diseases like multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, or thyroid disorders often stem from these misfires. Scientists are still working to understand exactly why these failures happen, but genetics, environmental toxins, and chronic stress all seem to play a part. Another incredible feature of your immune system is its flexibility. It can adapt to new threats it has never encountered before. When a novel virus enters your body, your innate system first tries to stop it using general defenses. But soon, your adaptive system starts experimenting, producing millions of slightly different antibodies until it finds one that fits perfectly. Once that happens, the winning antibody is mass-produced, and memory cells are created so that your body never forgets this invader. This process of trial, recognition, and memory is why immunity can evolve within a single person's lifetime. However, your immune system can only adapt if it has enough resources and energy. That's why malnutrition weakens immunity. People lacking protein, vitamin A, or zinc, for example, often experience slow wound healing and frequent infections. On the other hand, people who consume too much processed sugar and unhealthy fats can create a constant low-grade inflammation in the body, which confuses immune responses. Your diet isn't just feeding you, it's feeding your immune cells, too. Your immune system also relies on a strong barrier system. The skin is your first physical wall, but it's not just a simple shield. It's alive with immune activity. Under its surface, special immune cells called Langerhans cells detect invaders and signal for help. Similarly, in your lungs you have alveolar macrophages that capture dust, bacteria, and viruses before they can enter the bloodstream. In your intestines, the mucosal lining is packed with immune sensors, always checking what's coming in through food and drink. The gut is sometimes called the second immune organ because more than 70% of your immune cells live there. When your immune system works perfectly, it feels almost invisible. You don't notice the constant surveillance or the micro battles being fought inside you. But when it struggles even slightly, you feel it immediately. Fatigue, recurrent colds, skin breakouts, or slow recovery are all signs your body's defense system is under strain. Modern lifestyles with little sleep, constant stress, and poor nutrition often overload the immune system. It's like asking your soldiers to fight without rest or proper supplies. Interestingly, your immune system also remembers not just pathogens but the context of the infection. This means your body recalls how severe the infection was and how much effort it took to fight it. So when you encounter something similar, your immune system adjusts its response accordingly, stronger if the threat is familiar, milder if it's harmless. This sophisticated memory recall is one reason why your body sometimes reacts differently to similar illnesses. Every sneeze, every mild fever, every swollen lymph node you've ever had is evidence of your immune system in action. Lymph nodes are particularly fascinating because they act as checkpoints where immune cells communicate and coordinate. When you have an infection, they can swell as they fill with activated immune cells fighting off pathogens. Once the infection is under control, they gradually return to normal size. Your immune system's communication system is as vital as its soldiers. Cytokines, the chemical messengers, must stay in perfect balance. Too few and your immune response is weak. Too many and it becomes dangerous. When cytokines spiral out of control, a cytokine storm can occur, which can damage tissues and organs, something seen in severe infections. The key to survival is moderation, and your body constantly strives to maintain it. The immune system also has an intelligence that goes beyond chemistry. It can identify patterns and learn from them. The way dendritic cells present antigens to lymphocytes is similar to how teachers present lessons to students. The better the presentation, the stronger the memory formed. Scientists now use this knowledge to design vaccines that teach the immune system more effectively by mimicking how natural infections would appear. Your immune system doesn't only protect against external pathogens, it also detects internal threats like cancer cells. Every day, your immune cells patrol your tissues, searching for abnormal cells that look different from normal ones. If they find a suspicious cell, they destroy it before it multiplies. This natural surveillance is what keeps most of us cancer-free for years. But cancer cells can sometimes disguise themselves, turning off immune signals or hiding behind normal tissue markers. This is where modern medicine uses immunotherapy, boosting or reprogramming your immune system to see through those disguises. Temperature also affects how your immune system functions. A drop in body temperature, as happens in cold weather, can reduce blood flow to mucous membranes, making it easier for viruses to enter. That's one reason people catch more colds in winter. But it's not the cold air itself that causes illness, it's the stress and reduced immune efficiency caused by it. The immune system is also sensitive to your hormonal balance. For example, during chronic stress, the hormone cortisol suppresses immune cell production. In contrast, growth hormones and sex hormones like estrogen can enhance immune strength, which is one reason women generally have stronger immune responses than men. However, this also makes them more prone to autoimmune diseases, where the immune system goes too far. Your immune cells even have a circadian rhythm, meaning they follow your body's internal clock. During the day, when you're active and exposed to the outside world, immune activity rises to prepare for possible threats. At night, when you rest, it shifts toward repair and memory building. Disrupting your sleep pattern confuses this rhythm and can weaken your defenses. That's why people who work night shifts often have more frequent illnesses.